はい、チーズケーキ1、
Itchy Fanny, Japanese motorbike. That's an old joke. I made a video about Facebook, and maybe I mentioned Google. Looks like they slowed me down. Very, very few views. These fucking cups are so small at some time. I don't know if they're trying to save money, if it works, or it just pisses customers off. I think it pisses customers off. That's a fucking... I don't think that's 3 fucking mouthfuls. There's a system here, I don't know if you have it in other countries, and you pay for bank, I'm not sure, but it always seems to come up. And I just wonder if that system is better than like free Wi-Fi at restaurants and places like that. There's a popular Korean guy who does mukbang. The guy just smacks his lips and makes all sorts of noises while he's eating. If we had ever done that as kids, we would have got a severe beating. I don't know what it is, a lot of, especially Asia, Africa people, they like make a lot of noise when they're eating. Why the fuck do they do that? Or is it just that I'm conditioned to not listening to people making noises while they're eating? Do you make noises while you eat? Japanese people will speak with a mouthful of food, especially young men. Do you want to look outside? Beautiful day. That that restaurant, my father-in-law used to go in that restaurant for breakfast, I think, on his way to work. And I went in maybe a couple of years ago, and they do a bento, but the lunch was in a very, very old. Oh, I had to switch that round. The lunch was in a very, very old bento box, plastic bento box of what they have in Japan. I wasn't impressed. I thought I'd get back on track yesterday, but I'm off track again. I got very angry with the waitress, the one I usually have that doesn't like me. And I asked it, and usually when you if there's like background music in a restaurant, whether it be this one or an izakaya, if you ask them to turn it down, usually they say okay, they'll turn it down. And she goes, it's always this level, this music is always this level, with a fucking dodgy attitude. So I said, shut up you fucking cunt and turn it down. And she did. So she seemed to grasp the brevity of the situation, because I was thinking of fucking calling the manager and saying, sack this cunt. She did turn it down. She did turn it down. She did turn it down. No, it's not a loop, it's me fucking about. There's a lot of people who've reached 6 minutes on this video. Yeah. So it's a miss really on doing live streams. Sometimes it's been really good to get like between 10 people and a lot of people, you know, once they're cooperating, but partaking in the stream, and they're having a chat, asking questions, sometimes they get trying to be funny. This is funny. Me, not you, young'un. But what happened if one day you could get like the Wakanda of youth, you know, the chief of all the guys, the king, and he could say to all his followers, follow this guy, he's brilliant, I like him, I like him, I like him. I think we should make him our new king. Why not? Fuku King. Now Fuku King means like Shacho means the guy under the Shacho. Fuku Shacho. Now your turn to talk. That's it. That's my toothpaste. And that says Gado Haro. And that says Bet Ween. I wonder what the temperature is going to be today. Can anybody take a quick look? Nagoya weather, is it going to be 35? Pretty cool yesterday. There was I was going to do some work underneath the motorway, but there was a fucking cop car there all day. A guy, he was literally there all day. I don't think he was catching anybody. And so I didn't want to fucking start working on the truck and have that cunt come over and start asking things. Hello, Hunter Ewan, how are you? Where are you watching from? What's your name? Sarah Jane? That's not letting people in. So I need to make up my fucking curriculum vitae and send it for a fucking job. This is these are the odds that I like when I am the only person going for the job. I love it. Switzerland, no. I must congratulate you. There's a lot of bad things to be said about Switzerland, but I do congratulate you on your cheeses. You know the one that you warm up and then you scrape with a knife. That's nice cheese. I like that. Are there any famous Swiss beers? I think maybe it's a nice toasty. I had a guy that was watching all my videos, Frederick Koenig, but I think it upset him. But he used to watch a lot of videos. I think he used to watch it because he was on Adrian. Which I've there are some strange names for German beers. And Vlosser, do you know that one, Vlosser? I used to work in a German beer house in Tokyo actually. I worked in the Hofbrauhaus in Tokyo. My first job in Japan. It was good. And like a fool, they wouldn't give me a pay rise, so I quit. And I was stupid because I was getting about 110,000 yen for part-time work. So I was getting 1,000 yen per hour, and the girls, the German girls, they were getting 2.5. Well, they weren't German. One or two were German. The other were from different countries. They were getting 2,500 yen. So they could get 10,000. They could work 4 or 5 days a week, get 10,000 yen, and they could earn a living just on those 4 hours. And the Opera House used to get nice German sausage. Is it Weiss sausage? The white one? That was nice. They had a nice gravy as well. And the sauerkraut. Got me going back to the good old days. Weiss first, that sounds like, yeah. But get that sauerkraut really goes well with the sausages. When I was married, we used to have different nights for different food. For example, like Spanish night or Mexican night, German night, Italian night. You're back again, and it was real nice having different country meals themes for his food at night time. I used to make my own tortilla and pizza dough as well. The kids loved that. I am divorced. Well, actually, I'm not divorced because we got married in England, and we got married in 1994, and so what's that? 26 years. But we are separated, a long fucking separation. So, I don't know if this is possible, but the thing is, my wife's 8 years younger than me. Oh, that's it. Maybe I could claim for her if she was willing to help me out. I fucking doubt it. So I could claim for a married pension. I wonder if she would help me out. No, forget about it, guy. I've got to get a way around it, haven't I? Maybe if I can just get my daughter to fucking nick her, or I can just get one made up. That's what she did for me. She didn't want anything to do with me, but because I'm still the dad, I have to give my permission to do things. So what she did, she made an incan, a stamp. She made an incan in my name. She didn't know I knew that. All right, Ed. We've got someone on from Sweden. Yeah, I used to. My flatmate, he actually was the only guy that skied down the Matterhorn from the top. Maybe you know this. Is Wada? His name is Wada. Is divorce, rape, a thing from? What the fuck does that mean? Is divorce, rape a thing for men in? Well, I don't even know what that means to you. Ed, do you know what that means? Can you talk to it, lad? Can you explain what it means, Ed? I'm just going to get a coffee. I need one after seeing that comment. Charging rape while married. You mean rape in marriage? Do you mean like, are you trying to say that the woman rapes the man for all his money or something? I heard about guys divorcing their wife when they finish work because they didn't want to pay their salary or their pen. Like some pensions can be unbelievably fucking good if you work for a big company like Sanjuman, Yonjuman. My friend's pension when he retired at 56 was 700,000 yen a month. His pension. And he has been collecting that pension for 33 years. But now it's like Sanjunan amount. Yeah, I paid my wife I didn't pay her a lot of money. I must admit, I gave her between like 30, 40 and 60,000 yen a month. But when I did miss it once, she wasn't very happy. But the thing is, I'd let her go. I set her free. And as soon as she told this to work, they gave her a full-time job and salary. Yeah, are you thinking of getting married, you? Like Ed says, I don't think it's all that common. It's not like America, where American men are always fucking bitching about how they got the house and everything. Not like that. Yeah, but also don't forget, there's not as much divorce in Japan as America or Britain. He's my, I don't. Has she got money? This I did. I think I did a video on this or a topic about it. See, most young men, especially wet behind the ears from university, they go to Japan, they get the first fucking girlfriend, and who wouldn't be enticed by these beautiful women? But the thing is, they're usually older. And so, like, there's a guy called J-Vlog, we're mates now, and when he got his, when he's married his wife, she refused to tell him how old she was. And if you look at his wife, J-Vlog is about 50, I think, or maybe just over 50, and he's in quite good shape. He's tall, slim, and when I first saw his wife, I couldn't fucking believe it. She must be at least 15 years older than him, maybe more. But Japanese women look fucking good. Yeah, with J-Vlog, what it was, he was slagging me off about Ryan Boundless, and so I had a go at him, and then my view is I said go and check this guy out and see, and subscribe. I think he's got a good. I think he's a good sense of humour. He's a fair. Oh, I don't know. I won't say interesting, but he's all right now. Yeah. Depends on with the marrying thing. It depends on how big the family is. I know cases where I think she was a slag. The the father took the father took the kid. You know, but they know then they give that kid to them to their mothers. Sorry, you. What is it you're saying? You're doubting, mate. The only thing my wife took from me was the heavy duty curtains for the kids' rooms, so the sunshine wouldn't go through, and maybe one or two more things. That's it. So, and as soon as the kids were 18, like I stopped paying. But like I said, she's probably getting a decent salary with a bonus now. She's in a lot better position than being with me. So, but we did used to go all over the world. And that's why I keep on buying lotto tickets, so I can do it again. But no one's going anywhere at the fucking moment. So next week, I've done videos from this restaurant before. It's called Yatai Sushi, and I'm meeting an English mate. He's all up for it. Yeah, yeah. In that case, but like I say, if a Japanese woman knows the American ideal about fuck, and so we're gonna. There's a new restaurant. About time it's opening in, because I used to have to go to town to go to this restaurant and sushi shop, and the first beer is 9 yen, and from 4 o'clock until 7 o'clock. He's going to bring his wife and his charming wife and his young kid, and we're going to have a good time next Tuesday, the first day opening of Yatai Sushi in Iwakura. I've not heard from Moe in a few days, so I don't know what's over here. Yeah, it is a bit of a pain actually, the mask. So sometimes the mask rises up and goes in my eye. But like, I only put one on if I'm asked to wear a mask. Like recently in a restaurant chain called Gusto, they are asking people to wear a mask when you go into the restaurant and when you leave your chair. Would I ever go on a podcast to this? What do you mean, someone else's podcast? Yeah, I don't. Most J vloggers, most of them are nice people. You know, they're all right. They're good people. The only fucking cunt is Ryan Boundless. I really can't think of another person that's bad. Most of them are. We had a big party once. Like I really can't think of a bad one. Victor can be a bit irritating at times, but his heart's in the right place. Like I said, there's only some of the boring ones. They dropped out over the years, but Eric, he's quite good value for money. I haven't seen Rachel and John recently. Are they still doing it? what I think about Ryan visiting Africa, I actually admire him for doing that. He's still a con, but for him to go to those countries and do videos from there and mix with the local population, for want of a better word, yeah, I admire him for that. I'll take my hat off to him, without a doubt. But the way he still treats people, the way he talks about people, the way he talks to people, is like he's not a nice person, you know. But I think because of that, he's hiding his gayness. Okay, I'll have to check up with him. I met her once. I actually cuddled her. She's quite nice. Very fucking small frame. Really, really skinny. What does white knighting mean usually? White knight, usually in financial terms, is when a larger company supports a smaller company. Yeah, John, he makes some good food videos. I've got a very old rusty katana. It's not a euphemism. And I'm thinking of like cutting it up and putting it in the fish tank, polishing it. Polishing it. Yeah, I must admit I wouldn't tune into them every day either. But they just do it's like fucking TV of Japan, innit? You know, where they give information about Japan. She's cute, he's good looking and stoic, and so they're the perfect thing for the TV of YouTube. You know, they make well edited videos, so this is why they're successful. Oh, okay. Well, I would never say that about fucking Ryan Boundless. No, he's just a cunt. Is that right, Ed, when you say that? If you watch it. Do you think Ryan can read between the lines? What time is it where you are now, Ed? 5 o'clock? I asked Eric a question the other day, the other week. Hope I didn't upset him. Because you know, Eric, he does these eating videos. And sometimes he eats a lot. And I just wondered if he was like, if he trained, you know, like the professional eating people. And I just wondered if he did any training as much as those. Or maybe it was just his appetite build up, you know, he does lots of running. And so that's what I was asking him. Because they are pretty amazing, those people who eat all those food. A lot of Japanese go. And that would be quite an interesting show time. If they could challenge each other. What amazes me is, well, then again, it's not all that. They don't usually eat all that long, do they? But like I have a McDonald's, I'm fucking I'm to the toilet within 5 minutes. Gary, sing a song. Send me some money. I just did a song yesterday, Johnny, and Americans weren't impressed with it. It's no longer American. Yeah, that was he didn't he lost it at one time, did he win it? I took I took two I took part in two eating competitions in New Zealand, did miserably, and I thought I would walk 5k into town with a backpack on to build up an appetite. And the guy that won it was a guy that got stoned out of his head. He lost his mind through doing too much dope, and he won it. A very skinny guy. He won it 2 years on the trot. 1 kilo of spaghetti. But this is it. They think they've just got to be big and fat, but they train for it, don't they? They train for these competitions. You know, like all the upper body muscles and everything. And I think if you go online, you can see. I think they say the stomach expands seven. It can expand 7 times of its original size. And if you eat too many chilies, so can your arse. Did you see that? You saw that song, Johnny? About making, what is it? I cry when I pee, I cry when I wank, I cry when I see I've got no money in the bank. I cry when I pee, I cry when I wank, I cry when I see I've got no money in the bank. How are the kids, Johnny? Well, I've had breakfast today. I had a irodori salad, cheap salad, and I brought my own avocado. And then I decided to have I had this breakfast, didn't want the cheapest breakfast. I do live in Aichi, yes, the biggest prefecture, I think. But I was talking. I've thought about it before, like going fucking living in Hokkaido. But I've just got too much shit in the house. I've got 8 rooms, and they're full, and I've got the backyard is full, and the front is full. It's people sometimes people enjoy. Are you enjoying that, Johnny? People sometimes they tidy up their affairs get their affairs in order before they die. If I was to clean my warehouse and the house, I will live until I'm like 125. How much did they pay you, Johnny, at the for the shrine work? I'm banned from eBay. I can't. I need a phone to get back to my Yahoo account. Oh, that's good. The wife, is she hospital at home? Call a TV. What story would that be, Hugh? I'm thinking I've got I used to be on this satirical site in England, and I met this guy. He's one of the best writers, and now he's a writer for one of the London papers. And he came to Tokyo. He's got really fluent Japanese, and he was selling those things that make power from solar panels. He was selling those. But he was one of a few that liked the stuff that I wrote on this satire site. Where am I going with this story? Anyway, what were we talking about? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, so I was thinking of getting in touch with him and maybe doing a story on siblings. $1,000 a day. That's all right. That's more than Ed gets. $1,000 a day. Those days are gone now, Ed. Saw this yesterday under the bridge where these coppers wait to see people to try and catch them coming around the corner, then pull them over and give them a fine. And this cunt was there all day yesterday. He didn't get anyone. Really happy for the cunt. Deliveroo kit? What do you mean Deliveroo kit on eBay? You mean? I thought you're still working for Deliveroo. Where'd you get the deliver? I've got a eBay bag, Uber bag that cost me 8,000 yen. Surplus kit? Where'd you get that from? How much kit are we talking about? One or two items, or fucking lots of them? That cost me 8,000 yen. They stopped me 8,000 yen in pay for that fucking bag. And then the next set of fucking Uber bags, they only cost 4,000 yen. I wasn't very happy about that. But I did save it just in case I wanted to make any videos about Uber. What you buy them from the website and get free replacements? I just don't understand that at all. Why are they giving you free? What kind of things are they giving you free? I can't imagine how you can get a jacket from free from the website just because you work for them. And apart from that, is it legal to do that? Because if you've got someone with a Deliveroo jacket on, they could pretend to work for Deliveroo, approach a fucking customer in the house and fucking rob them or rape them. I like the McDonald's rucksack. That's cool, and the McDonald's helmet as well. They're cool. I wonder if I can get a job on Food Panda. I've just sent my. No, it could happen. It could happen if you've got. For example, when I was in the Royal Marines, everything that I had, all my kit, I had to return to the Royal Marines. Everything, every little fucking stitch. Same with police. You know, if you're a copper, you can't fucking keep uniform. You can't sell it because bad people can use it to gain entrance or to fucking trick people or to rob people. So. And if you find out where a fat person lives, and you go up and that bad person goes with his Deliveroo jacket or his backpack or Uber backpack, they haven't ordered food, but they're fat, so they'll take a chance that person at the door with a big backpack from Deliveroo or Uber or Panda Express, they'll think, some food for me. And then they open the door and the guy jumps in and shags him up the arse. And that's how the world works. You're still a young man. Isn't that right, Ed? Ed's done that before. This is Ed from your local izakaya. Ed, did you? I've never had that. You know the noodle guys with the thing on the back of the bike which waves about to deliver noodles and soup or whatever. Did you ever have one of those? That's got to be worth it just for the video, hasn't it? I haven't seen them recently. Maybe Hugh hasn't seen them. There's if you're at like a noodle shop, and then they put the food in trays, and then they can put 3 or 4 in the back on the bike, and the bike's got it's got an arch like this, and then with a spring on it. So when it goes round the corners, the soup doesn't spill inside the bowls. I wonder if that's still, some people still do that. I had a relative, my wife's uncle. He used to have a udon shop, and they used to have a delivery bike. I'll take a photograph or make a small video next time I see one. But I must admit, I haven't seen them recently. Maybe their customers switched over to Uber. So I've still got my account open on Uber, and I just wonder if I should click it open when Food Panda comes, see if they'll put me back on. Well, most of them are. I do have, and I think they're going farther and farther. But yeah, when I'm in town and see them, yeah, they're still all over the place. And some of them look at me, they know me, so I just give them the old Uber sign, which is "fuck off, you cunt." The Yakimo. Thinking back to this, one that does stand out that irritates me. I don't know why. They have tofu, and it's just like an irritating sound that they make. The tofu van. No, maybe there might be 1 or 2 homeless people doing the Uber. There's 1 or 2 that look destitute, but generally they're students and they look quite presentable. Yeah, I know one guy. He was sort of a mate. He worked for me, but he turned up being. He was just too much of an irritating cunt, so I blocked him. And he used to really bad. He used to cycle in the middle of the road with his fucking strap. He just had one arm on his under his bag. He ended up getting pulled over by 5 coppers one day because he was just driving around the cunt, asking for trouble with cars, so. But he ended up getting fired as well. You can't be illegal and do Uber. You can't do that here. No chance. In fact, they're getting really strict, and the minimum requirement was being married to a foreigner or permanent residency visa. So they weren't even taking on student visas. So if you were from Indonesia or Sri Lanka and you were studying at a school, they wouldn't take you on. I think they used to, but they stopped it. Well, I used to have on the back of my bike. I used to have a big case with a lid, so I used to put it in there. I couldn't fucking ride about all day with the Uber bag on my back. It'd just be too irritating. Right, guys, I'm gonna get off for the Tom Tit and then go and do some work. See if the copper's still under the fucking motorway. Au revoir, as you said to the call girl. Bye bye.